WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have a special bottling just for Germany. Benrinnes, 11 years old from Signatory vintage for Kirsch import. Natural color, cask strength. So this was distilled on the 12th of April, 2010. It was bottled on the 4th of October, 2021. So it did reach its 11 years of age. This was matured in a first fill sherry butt finish, and it's cask number 7. So I totally believe that Signatory Vintage is experimenting with different types of sherries and different types of casks. 55.9% ABV, one of 706 bottles, and this goes for 99 euros. So I bought it at the same time as this, the Buna 10 for 104 euros. This is only 10 years old. It had a little bit of a problem. It was distilled 13 days too early, or it was too late, or it was bottled 13 days too early. That's how we say it. All right, so this is 65.5%. Wow. Now, this is cask number 6. This is cask number 7, so the finishing casks. Both of these glasses are, for my preference, extremely red in color. What do I mean? Well, look yourself. That's like a mahogany type of redwood red. Same thing over there, yeah? So now, I was not a big fan of this whiskey. I just did my video about this. It's way too strong, 65.5%, and too expensive. If you dilute it down to 48%, you get a very, very nice whiskey. C plus whiskey, actually. But do I buy a €100+ bottle to dilute it down? Because at cask strength, 65.5%, this is going to be a C minus D plus whiskey. It just knocks you in the face, and it's just way too much. Now this is 55.9%. This is normal for 11 years old. This is what a cask strength should be, not 65.5. Normally in Scotland, they go into the cask at 63.5% after 10 years of angel share, maybe about 2% per year. We're down then to about 55, which is the most normal thing in the world. This is nice. I like. Now, over here, we have something called gummy bears, and we have something called Haribo. Haribo was basically, for us in Germany, the inventor of the gummy bears. And they have something called the cherry cola bottle wine gummies. So wine gummies have a cherry cola taste. And that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that cola and like Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, whatever, and a little bit of cherry in here. Very, very nice. I somehow like this a lot. I personally do not like Benrinnes most of the time. At least I thought so. And then I tried the most recent Flora and Fauna from Benrinnes, and I said, wow, that's really good. That's one of the best. It was the best of the Flora and Faunas out there in the 2021 release. And now I'm going to have to revise my opinion on Benrinnes as well. But the question is, how much is the cask, and how much is the distillate from the distillery? I'm going to say, in this case, with a first fill sherry butt finish, way over 70% is going to be the cask. Now this, on the other hand, is totally different. I get a lot more of a leather, a lot more of a dark chocolate moment, and a little bit of a grapefruit, which I don't get here. I get more sweetness. This is almost a tad sour, and it's a punch in the face. It's astringency from the wood as well as the alcohol. It's just, I'm just too weak for this. This, on the other hand, is nice. Sweeter, more raisiny, balanced, a little bit of a nut moment. A little bit of caramel, brown sugar, even a little bit like a walnut is going on here. Cheers. This is something you can actually drink at 55.9%. Water is not needed. You can actually enjoy this. It's oily. It's complex. The alcohol is perfectly integrated. I don't know if perfectly, but very well integrated. This is that cherry Coke gummy bear moment. Wine gummies are still there. Very, very nice. A little bit of the furniture wax, a little bit of the furniture polish on here. Mmm. A little bit of a berry moment, going to the cherry, going to the... Is it a raspberry? It's a blackberry. It's a blackberry moment. And a little bit of wood in there. Very, very light chocolate moment. This is good. This is really good when you want to spend a few moments with your whiskey and just enjoy and dissect and have a complex whiskey. This is very nice. This is a B minus C plus whiskey. And even with water, it actually still remains great. What I didn't notice was a big change. So I'm diluting it down from 55 down to about 50%. On the nose, I get a little bit more of that orange marmalade going on in here. Mm. Mm. I hit the 46, not the 50%. Mm. Very oily, light sweetness, a honey moment, caramel, brown sugar. This, if you, what am I going to say here? If you are a big fan of bourbon whiskeys, and if you ever had a bourbon whiskey with a very intensive sherry finish, this might actually be something for you. That's what it's going towards that. This has a little bit of a sour moment, a little bit of an astringency, a little bit more of a, it's much less sweet. This is more the complex Buna moment with 65.5%, and this is more the approachable 55.9%. I really like this. As I said, I'm going to give this a C plus, B minus, a value for money. Can I really recommend spending €100 on an 11-year-old cask strength finished Benrinnes? C minus. So my scoring system: A, why haven't you bought it? Very seldom do I give an A. B, buy it. C, you can buy it if you want. D, you don't need to buy it. And F, why was this stuff even made? So this is A, if you can buy it if you want. This is something like, hey, I haven't had very many Benrinnes in my life. I haven't had a great sherry finish with cask strength, sweetness, and adorable. And the price is not exorbitant, but it's not cheap either. It's not an inexpensive whiskey. So this is something where I would like, hey, if you like to have that cherry Coke wine gummy moment, bam, this is what you're going to get. And it has a little bit more of berries. It has a little bit of that wood in there. It has that leather in there. It has a little bit of the fruitiness with pears and, I don't know, let's say a little bit of apricots and so on going on there. But this is very nice. It has the vanilla as well. Well done, Signatory Vintage. Oh, by the way, Signatory Vintage, if you're listening, WhiskyJason, love that in cask number 7. Whatever sherry cask you use there, whichever type of sherry that is, we don't know. If it is a cream, is it oloroso, is it more of a mix with a little bit of PX in there, is it something different? Whatever it is, use that again and again. And I think many other people will like that as well. All right, over here, oh, I almost forgot. Watch my face. It just punches me in the face here. Just too strong, just too much. It actually burns my taste buds. No, this burns out my palate within seconds. Not a good thing. Now after this, this will not taste as good as it used to. So sorry. Wow, just too much. 65.5%. Not even 11 years old. Just way too much. All right. Question of the day: what is your favorite Benrinnes? Now, you can, of course, write down Flora and Fauna, or Flora and Fauna, 16-year-old, or you could write down something else. And usually that something else, it's Diageo. They make up to 3 million liters of alcohol per year at Benrinnes, and yet it's all basically used for its blends. You can write down a independent bottle. Now, probably I won't be able to get it in Germany, or if you do write something down in Germany, people in California won't be able to get it, and so on. So it's going to be very limited supply for that bottle. But still, I'd be interested to know what is your favorite Benrinnes you've ever had. WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Here I have 706 bottles. Here I have 701 bottle. These are both German exclusives here from Signatory Vintage, and I bought them at the same time. I shared them. I could have actually shared 2 of these bottles, and this I only shared half the bottle. Apparently, people are not willing to pay 100 euros for a Benrinnes, but they're more than willing to pay 105 euros for Buna. Surprise, surprise. All right, don't forget to share, like, and tell others. Bye-bye.